On the evening of February 9, 2004, a quiet road in Haverhill, New Hampshire, became the center of one of America's most haunting, unsolved disappearances.
A case filled with strange decisions, missing time, and a young Caucasian woman who seemed to simply vanish
Into the cold winter night, without leaving a single trace behind. Maura Murray was a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. Intelligent, athletic, and described by friends as responsible yet private, Maura appeared to be living a normal college life.
But in the days leading up to her disappearance, something changed.
On Thursday night, just 4 days before she vanished, Maura crashed her father's car after attending a party.
Though no one was seriously hurt, the incident deeply upset her.
The following Monday morning, Maura sent emails to her professors and employer, claiming there had been a death in her family and that she would be gone for a week. Strangely, this wasn't true. No one in her family had died.
Shortly afterward, she searched online for directions to locations in northern New Hampshire and Vermont.
Remote areas known for mountains, forests, and isolated cabins.
Surveillance footage later showed her withdrawing nearly all the money from her bank account, about $280 in cash,
and purchasing alcohol from a local liquor store. Then, sometime that afternoon, Maura packed clothes, toiletries, and school materials into her black Saturn sedan and began driving north alone. No one knows exactly why. Around 7:27 p.m., a resident living along Route 112
heard a loud thud outside his home. Maura's car had crashed into a snowbank
along a sharp curve known locally as Weathered Barn Corner. The damage suggested she lost control on icy roads.
A passing male school bus driver, who is South Asian, stopped to help and spoke briefly with Maura.
He later told police she appeared shaken but not injured, and insisted she had already called roadside assistance.
The driver found this odd because cell service in that area was nearly non-existent.
Concerned, he returned home and contacted emergency services anyway. What happened next is where the mystery truly begins.
Police arrived at the crash site just minutes later, but Maura was gone.
Her car doors were locked. Inside were her belongings, including her cell phone, credit cards, and keys.
Items most people would never abandon voluntarily.
A rag was found stuffed into the vehicle's exhaust pipe. Something her father later explained was advice he once gave her to reduce visible smoke from engine trouble. Fresh footprints were barely visible due to falling snow, and there were no clear signs indicating which direction she went.
Witnesses nearby reported seeing a young woman walking east along the road shortly after the crash.
But when officers searched the area with dogs, helicopters, and volunteers, there was no trace.
No tracks leading into the woods. No signs of struggle. No evidence she accepted a ride.
It was as if she disappeared within a window of less than 10 minutes. Investigators initially believed Maura may have fled the scene to avoid trouble, possibly due to alcohol found in the car. But that explanation quickly fell apart. Extensive searches covering miles of forest revealed nothing.
not clothing, not footprints, not even a scent trail beyond a short distance from the crash site.
Over time, theories multiplied. Some believe Maura intentionally ran away to start a new life, overwhelmed by personal stress.
Others suspected she encountered a passing stranger who offered help, but had far darker intentions.
The remote highway, surrounded by dense wilderness and minimal traffic, created the perfect conditions for something terrible to happen unnoticed.
Another theory suggests Maura wandered into the freezing forest and succumbed to hypothermia, a known danger in New Hampshire winters.
Yet experienced search teams argue that if this were the case, remains or belongings would likely have been discovered. During repeated searches conducted over nearly 2 decades, the mystery deepened as investigators uncovered additional strange details.
Days before disappearing, Maura had reportedly become emotional at work after receiving a phone call. Friends described her as distracted and exhausted.
Some investigators wondered whether she was trying to escape something, or someone, or simply needed time away from mounting pressures in her life.
Her family strongly rejects the idea that she intended to disappear permanently, insisting Maura loved her future plans too much to walk away voluntarily.
Years passed, but the case refused to fade. Amateur investigators, journalists, and online communities became obsessed with the unanswered questions.
Was the crash staged? Did someone pick her up before police arrived? Could she still be alive somewhere under a different identity?
Occasional reported sightings surfaced across the country, but none were confirmed. In 2019, renewed searches were conducted near the crash site.
Using advanced technology, yet again, yielding no definitive answers. The silence surrounding that winter night remains almost unbearable.
A young woman leaves campus, drives toward the mountains, crashes her car, and disappears within minutes despite nearby witnesses and rapid police response. No confirmed suspects, no confirmed direction of travel, no confirmed motive, just absence. Today, Maura Murray's disappearance stands as one of the most perplexing missing person cases in American history.
It challenges investigators and fascinates audiences because it feels impossible. How can someone vanish so completely in modern times?
Every theory leaves gaps. Every clue raises more questions than answers.
Somewhere between the moment the school bus drove away and the arrival of the first police officer, something happened that changed everything.
Whether Maura chose to leave her life behind, met with foul play, or fell victim to the unforgiving wilderness. But the truth remains hidden in the darkness of that New Hampshire road. And until that truth is found, one question continues to echo through the cold night air. What really happened to Maura Murray?